What's up, everybody? Today I'm going to show y'all how to cook a backyard Texas style brisket, from how to trim it, season it, and how to cook it on a big green egg. So let's go. So here we have the 20-pound brisket, and we have the point, the flat, and of course the fat cap. And if you look right here, you can see kind of where the two muscles kind of separate where the fat is. So let's get this thing trimmed up so I can show y'all a little bit more. To trim briskets, I love to use a sharp brisket knife. The long straight edge gives me an even cut while I trim. I also like to trim the brisket into a rectangular shape to cut extra pieces off. It just helps to make for a more even cook. And if you're more of a visual person and you want to make sure that you have it just right, Hardcore Carnivore has some awesome cutting boards you can use to guide your shape. I use them for competitions and I love them. They've helped me so much, and they're disposable so you can throw them away right after. Now let's take off the extra fat and membrane on the top. First I started off with my fillet knife just to get main chunks out, and then I came in with the brisket knife to go in ahead and even it all out. I do put my hand under the meat and push it up just a little bit so I can get under that fat and silver skin. Fun fact, the silver skin is actually a membrane that is in between the muscles, and it will lead to a chewy and tough bite, so we make sure to remove as much as we can without removing all the good meat. Right now, we're just going to cut off some of the extra meat that we will not need and some of the extra fat as well. This will go into the grinding pile and the tallow pile. Now, start working on the back. Here we're just going to get all that extra kind of scrunchy looking fat off of the back so that it doesn't give it a tough bite as well. And we're going to leave about maybe 1/4 of an inch of fat left on the brisket, just enough to protect it. All this fat that you see here in the corner, that is actually the rendering pile, but that is a video for a different time and it will be dropping soon. Plus, if you get the fat crunchies and put a little bit of salt on them, they taste freaking amazing. Here, I am just using the edges of the cutting board to help me guide since I've been doing this for a little while now. But, like I said, Hardcore Carnivore has some really good disposable cutting boards with the grids, so you could totally use those as well. And if you don't feel comfortable with doing this whole trimming the edges and rounding them off, you can skip this part if you want to. Here, I'm just making sure I have the shape right before I finish the very last step before we season. This is how you want your brisket to look like. We've got it more of a rectangular shape now. It's nice and even. Like that. So for this last step, I'm just going to go and round my edges so that they don't curl up and dry out. Alrighty, we are just going to finish cleaning this brisket up, and if it doesn't look exactly like this, that is totally fine. We will eat it anyway, but this is how it should look overall. Now, let's get on to seasoning. We are hitting this brisket with a 50-50 of salt and pepper and 2 tablespoons of garlic powder so we can have that simple, beefy, Texas-style brisket. Don't forget to get the edges. And you could flip your brisket over like I did and season the bottom as well so you get that full, nice flavor in it. If you're preparing this brisket the day before you actually cook it, make sure you let it sit in the refrigerator with the seasoning on so that it soaks up all the flavor like a dry marinade. Now to the pit. Here I'm using 4 tumbleweeds to light it. I put around half a bag of smoky woods in and 5 pieces of post oak wood chunks. I like this pattern because it helps with the airflow and it all will catch evenly. Now time to put our racks in. This is going to be open. Down here is going to be open all the way as well. Now that we've got our big green egg lit, we're going to let it go to 300, so we'll be right back. So our big green egg is right under, like literally right under the 300, so we're going to put on our brisket. We're gonna do a little spritz of duck fat though. Now I'm gonna open up the vents just a little bit here, and open up just a little bit down here, just so that the airflow gets back in, because we threw in a cool brisket. It sat out in the room, like at room temperature, but it's still gonna lower the heat down just a little bit. So I just open these up a little bit more to get a little bit more airflow, help build that fire back up, and we'll be good to go after that. Guys, our brisket is at 131. I checked with my RFX, and it's looking pretty good. It's starting to get a good bark. We can get a little bit of duck fat on the top real quick. But other than that, we're gonna just let it keep cooking, and then once it hits 165, then we're gonna wrap it. Shorts, Crocs, and a cute shirt. All right, so here's the plan. Here's the map out. Just like that, see? We can scoot it up a bit more. We're gonna drizzle or pour a little bit over the top of the brisket. Just like that, literally, that's it. For beginners, I recommend using an aluminum foil pan, some beef tallow, and wrap it up in aluminum foil. Now we're gonna put back in our RFX to this line. So now we're gonna put it back in. Just like that. Now this is gonna go back on till tender. There you go. There, now we're ready.
A few moments later.
All right, guys, we're gonna check it, see how tender it is with our green Thermapen. Gotta be specific, because that was green too. You could see where we had poked it earlier whenever I was temping it. So now we're just gonna come right here. It's at 209. But once you get past the, oh my gosh, the butcher paper, it's actually really tender and buttery. So we're gonna go pull it out, set it into the Cambro, and let it rest for about 2-3 hours. Also, whenever you're done cooking and you're not gonna put anything else on, go ahead and just close these vents and it'll put itself out. So let's go take this inside and we'll be back in 2 or 3 hours. So here is the final product. It's still wrapped. We just pulled it out of a 3-hour rest. The probe was in it and everything. So let's get started. It's almost like 10 o'clock, but hey, that's the best part about barbecue. Then to stay up late and drink sweet tea. Here is the brisket. I'm gonna have to be careful with this because I don't want to necessarily break it. So we're gonna slide one hand under. Thanks, Dad. Oh, is it stuck to the brisket? Is my hand? Oh. And there, oh, that was a little bit of fat. So here's the brisket. It's time to cut it open. It's about time to cut it open. It's pretty jiggly, so. That is a nice brisket. Look, it's juicy. It looks nice. All right. Now it's time to cut it up. Now we're going to cut this brisket a pencil width. This brisket cooked up to 6 hours smoke time, and of course I had a 3-hour rest. Since this brisket was a lot bigger, I decided to let it rest for 3 hours, but if your brisket is more on the smaller side, you can let it rest about 1 or 2 hours. Now all you gotta do is cut it and enjoy. So this is how you want your bend to look like. You want it to be nice and moldable kind of, but without it just falling apart everywhere. And then when you take a bite, want it to be nice and clean, just like that. Watch. That proves that it's tender, right there. So, clean bite, nice bend, nice and clean tear, proves that it's tender. You got that fat that drips whenever you cut it. That's how you know you've cooked a perfect Texas brisket. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope y'all enjoyed. This is going to be it for hot and fast Texas style barbecue. And if you like videos like this, then make sure to go hit the like and subscribe button. And if you want to follow me on all my other socials, it'll be in the description down below. God bless and keep cooking. Little Gringa out.